Driver notices little boy crying in school bus, jumps in to help after seeing his hands. A school bus driver notices a little boy crying in the back seat of his bus and spends his last dollar to aid him. Not knowing his kindness will soon find its way back to him. The frigid weather and cold winds made Derek shiver as he opened the bus gate, and a swarm of cute little kids in warm outfits board of the bus and quick kids, the weather's killing me. He shivered in the youngsters, laughed. You're so silly, Derek chirped, a little girl as she gone in. Ask your mommy to get you a new scarf. Oh sweetie. I wish my mom was alive. She'd get me a prettiest scar than you have, I'm so jealous. He said with a pout, making the girl smile. Mommy gets me the best scarf. She said I'll get her to do one for you. Oh no, darling. I was just kidding, get in. I got to drive carefully today. That's how Derek was a chubby sweet man who always had a big fat smile on his face when he drove the school bus. The kids, warm laughs and silly giggles made his day, and he loved his job, despite the not so handsome salary which often initiated arguments between him and his wife. It pays you peanuts. Do you realize that we can't afford to pay off the mortgage? If you stick to that job in this inflation, darling, you know how much I love what I do. I'll work hard and everything will work out for us, promise. But when Derek was alone on his bus after dropping off the kids, he'd be sad thinking about his problems and contemplating solutions. He was a nice man, but goodness doesn't pay the bills. Does it due to the thick ice on the road that day? Derek drove his bus slowly and carefully. He didn't want to be stuck in the middle of the road on the ice when they arrived at school. He told the kids to be careful, getting down, don't slip and hurt yourselves on the ice. Guys, careful, Millie. As the little kids left a boss, David decided to get a nice cup of warm coffee from the cafe across the school. Coffee would be the best antidote to the cold weather, he thought excitedly, but as he was about to get down here to soft sob and stomped, that's when he peered into the last seat of his bus and realized the kid was still there. Hey kid, he called out to the little boy. You ain't going to class today? The little boy sobbed and shook his hand. It's the matter, you, all right? He asked, approaching him. Derek noticed the boy hiding his hands behind him. What are you hiding there? Buddy, he asked, is something bothering you? You can tell me what it is, I'll help you. It's just so cold out there. The boy said, I'm just cold with that. The boy showed his hands to Derek, which terrified him. The little kid's hands were freezing and it turned blue from the cold. Derek quickly took off his gloves and made the boy wear them. Look. I know they're too big for you, buddy, but they'll keep you warm. Did you lose your gloves? The boy shook his head. Mommy and Daddy said they just don't have money. They promised to get new ones next month. My old ones are ripped. Derek felt terrible for the boy. Oh, that's not a problem, kid. He said, I have this friend at the clothing store and makes the best gloves. I'll get you one after school. Okay, now come on, you're going to be late for class. The boy wiped his tears, thanked Derek, and off he went to his class. He had no idea Derek had lied to him about having a friend at the clothing store. Derek didn't get his coffee that day. Instead, he walked to a nearby store and spent his last dollar on a pair of gloves and a scarf for the boy. Anyway, he was expecting his paycheck in a few days, so he didn't think it would be a problem, and the day before the boy left the bus, Derek gifted him the gloves and a scarf. These will keep you warm, he said. No trouble your parents about it. Okay. Derek's eyes welled up as the boy hugged him goodbye before exiting the little bus. Little lady knew this kindness would find its way back to him. A few days later, Derek was unexpectedly summoned to the principal's office. Did you call me for a meeting? Mr. Butler. Yes, knocking on the principal's dome. Mr. Butler grinned. Please take a seat, Derek, we need to talk. Derek's heart skipped a beat. He thought he was in trouble when Mr. Butler started speaking. His eyes welled up with happy tears. You didn't need to do this to her, good Lord. Thank you so much. He learned that Derek exclaimed, Mr. Butler. We felt compelled to do this after learning of your assistant state and his family. His father's a firefighter who is severely injured, so they're currently struggling. You did a wonderful thing by assisting him. I know means a lot to the little boy and his family. And about that box. Derek had left a box inside the school campus right beside the front gate 2 days before. It was filled with gloves and scars, though the placard beside it that read, if you feel cold, get something for yourself from here. I'd appreciate it. Derek, the school bus driver, that night after helping Aiden. Derek couldn't sleep well thinking about the other kids who might be in the same position as Aiden, so he bought more scars and gloves. After receiving his salary, filled a box with the purchases and left it on the school campus. The school principal and several parents appreciated what he did, and Derek was congratulated in front of the whole school. Soon his pay increased too, but that's not where it all ended. The school started a fund to help children from financially challenged backgrounds, miraculously a pair of gloves, a scarf, and a bus driver's kind heart made a wonderful initiative possible. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.